Welcome to the Sweet Hometowns podcast, where we're going to visit today with Mike Putman, who is the Executive Director of Jasper Main Street. We'll be back in just a moment. So we're very excited to have Mike Putman with us today. He is the Executive Director of Jasper Main Street. Mike and I are longtime friends as well as colleagues within the Main Street world. So Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Mr. Excitement, just as you said.
Yes, he is.
Mike Putman, I inherited a little second job called Jasper Main Street. I had retired from teaching. I taught theater for 26 years. Laid at home for about 3 months, and a merchant from downtown called me and said, "Do you want to help promote events downtown?" And I said, "No, I don't want to do that at all." Some months passed, and they said, "What do you think about downtown revitalization?" I said, "Well, now that's something I could get behind, because I grew up in downtown Birmingham. I saw it beautiful. I saw it not so beautiful. I see how it's trying to be beautiful again. And I could get behind downtown revitalization. I'm an asphalt jungle guy. Give me that over grass any day."
Definitely are. That is true. That is true. So Jasper is celebrating 10 years with Main Street, Alabama now as a designated city. You came on in 2015.
Right.
And we were just there for our annual conference, and it was fabulous. You guys put on a lovely show, as we fully expected that you would. The district looked great. The city looked awesome, and you guys were on it in every way that we needed you to be. So, but let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to when you were thinking about what needed to happen. And my first question to you is, why Main Street? What led you guys to pursue the designation?
Well, when they asked me to get behind, if I'd get behind downtown revitalization, I said, sure. And I walked around downtown. I'm not from Jasper. I married into Jasper, which is another story all by itself.
It's a whole nother podcast.
Another podcast or three. And so I walked around downtown, and it was, I don't know, egregious. It was dismal. It was depressing. And so the first thing was, you had to count your when you have people in there, what's that called?
Number of businesses, vacancies.
Yes. Percentage of vacancies. That was good, Mike. Go Main Street. Number of vacancies, and we were at 30% occupancy.
Yes.
At maybe. And it was just depressing. But when I got behind it, I had a lot of people get behind it. I call her the queen of downtown, which is Debbie Young. Mm-hmm. She runs the jewelry store down there. She's a third generation running that store. And she said, "Hey, I know this person named Kay who in Gadsden."
Oh, we have Kay to blame for this. We've already had Kay on the podcast, and we do love us some Kay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She says she and I are getting married.
Of course. I hear this every time.
She tells me every time we're going to get married on February 30th. I was like, you got it.
It's a promise.
Got it. So I went to Gadsden, met with Kay, and she was right. Downtown Gadsden was hopping, and didn't know what I was doing. I was a high school theater director. What do I know about downtown revitalization? And so back in that day, I had Mary on speed dial, and I would say, "Mary, what do you think about this? I think I should do this?" If she said yes, I did it. If she said no, I didn't do it. It was real simple.
Well, gosh, I wish I had that much control over you now, but those days are gone.
But and Mary has said this a lot. If you work it, it works.
Oh yeah. But you do have to work it, and I do remember doing our initial visit to Jasper because we're gearing up for new city application workshops in January. So this is a good time frame for folks to be thinking about. Do you want to learn more about how to become a Main Street program? And we spell it all out, but I do tell people all the time it works 100% of the time if you work it. If you're not willing to work it, nothing comes easy. You got to have work. But I do remember the site visit over to Jasper going, ooh, there's okay, the jewelry store is great. The men's store is pretty awesome. Mexican food, always great. Enjoy Los Reyes. That was about it.
And a furniture store.
Oh, and a furniture store, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, we got some work to do here. So once you applied and were accepted into the program, and I was a little bit amused because I remember you came on at the same time that Fort Payne came on. And then Fort Payne had hand-delivered their applications to the office, too. I don't know if you remember this. And you drove up, and you had a convertible car at the time.
Oh,
and the Fort Payne girls were going, oh, here comes that Jasper guy with his top down. It was pretty funny stuff. But you both made it on, so it was
those
all
were
good.
the days.
Those were the days. It was a lot of fun. So once you went through the application process, you had to make a presentation. Do you recall what your presentation was about when you came? Because you have to make an on-site presentation too.
Right. I don't recall. I do know that we had like 10 people there, and we all took turns saying something, some aspect of why we thought we needed Main Street or why we did need Main Street. But it was from day one, and this is going to sound trite and all that, but it's true. Mike Putman did not transform Jasper. Main Street. That was a whole group. Battalion.
It takes a lot of people, and that was impressive on when you guys did your on-site visit to see the number of people that came. So when you look through the application process, there's the written piece that if you do your research, one person, if they really wanted to, could write it. But when you come to make the presentation, I've seen scores turn around completely because that's when you get to put your heart and soul into it. That's when you get to say, we need this because, and we want our town to be better, and we're going to work it. Those are all important things. So you get accepted into the program, and the first few years of the services that we provided. So we do a strategic plan, resource team, market study, and branding. Right. What did you like about those? What were the fun things with that?
It brought out people that cared about downtown that I didn't know. Not only did I know they didn't care about downtown, cared about downtown, I didn't know who they were because I had lived in Jasper a long time, but I had never worked in Jasper. I always worked in Jefferson County. I kind of just slept in Jasper. Yeah. That was really all I did. The only thing I went downtown a little bit, but back then you went to the mall. It's not like that now.
Yeah.
And if I even did that, I was never much of a shopper. But it was a time when people just came out of the woodwork. Mm-hmm. And once they knew my name, and then once I knew their name, and then once I knew how deep their pockets were,
Lord,
we became friends. Mm-hmm. Because it is a job that
it's all about relationships. It's all about, what do you say, either a sweet tea or a margarita lunch?
Yeah, you meet people where they are. If you're trying, if you want somebody to do something, if they're a sweet tea person, you go to a sweet tea lunch. If they're a margarita person, you go to a margarita lunch. I do prefer the margarita lunches, but whatever opens the billfold is what I do. But it was a whole lot of people that just came out and decided they wanted to get behind this. And
you had a great crowd of folks involved. I remember we were doing the public listening sessions and input sessions. It was like, there's a ton of people here. It was great.
Yeah. And it certainly wasn't me because nobody really even knew me. It was the effort. It was the cause that brought people together and brought people out to do this. And to this day, you have to have those people. It's not a one-man show.
No, not at all.
And when it becomes a one-man show, you're not doing Main Street.
Yeah. I think for me, a couple of highlights for me when we brought on Jasper is because you were moving quickly, you were doing some really good things quickly. We did accelerate your branding into the same year that you got your market study. And I remember we got a plane ride. To see, right. That was great. No one's taken me up in a plane to see the whole area and how much fun that was. That was Debbie's husband, I believe.
Debbie's husband.
It was great fun. So that was fun. But also your brand, I think of many of the brands that we've done over the years now, is really cool, and it has been so strong in a core piece of who you are. Can you talk to us a little bit about the branding process?
For me, branding has to be simple, and this is very simple. It is, the tagline is Jasper Main Street, flourish with us. And so our brand is 4 colors to represent the 4 points of Main Street. And it's flourishes, but they're J's. The flourishes are J's for Jasper, of course. And there's some backward J's just to make the flourish, but it's very simple. We have never swayed from it.
No, you have.
Or strayed from it. We use it all the time. It's, people say the word flourish now.
They do.
Just like in a regular conversation.
Not a typical word that you pull out. But,
right. And I just sent out the membership letters for 2026. And of course, it's got flourish in there probably 5 times. Just in a sentence.
To figure out all the different ways you could use flourish. That's funny. What I really liked that Debbie did was she took the design and made it into an actual necklace. So it's very cool.
Yes.
She took advantage of a really good situation. I've got one in gold and I've got one in silver, and they're very fun to wear. So,
and that's why Debbie has more money than all of us put together. She did take the flourish. She made a gold pendant out of it. She made a silver pendant,
and then she did.
And then she made a lapel pin that I usually wear when I have a jacket on.
Yeah,
which is not a lot, but I give out those lapel pins to the men in the crowd.
Wow, it was fun. So how has downtown Jasper changed since first becoming a Main Street district?
Well, it's not a ghost town. It is filled with people who care. And this is my favorite thing happening downtown right now. If I go into Los Reyes, which is, one of my favorite joints in downtown Jasper, when I walk into the restaurant, I have a table I go to.
You and Tallulah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I walk in and the room is full and there's nobody there that I recognize.
Oh.
That is the best feeling in the world. Because now I know a lot of people in Jasper. But when I walk into a place and I don't know anyone, that means we're getting outside of Jasper for sure. And that's one of the good things I enjoy.
How many restaurants do you have downtown now?
Oh, gosh.
Because when you started, there was Los Reyes. You have a number. You can go
11, 12.
So there's places to eat. People are starting to live upstairs in the downtown district. It's activated all the time. I've been surprised the last couple of times that we've been there on a Wednesday or Thursday night, and it's packed downtown.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's packed on Thursday nights.
When is your bike ride through downtown?
Bike rides are spring, summer, fall, slow spokes.
Yeah.
On Tuesday nights.
Which is fun. Tell us a little bit about slow spokes.
One of our board members, Gina Scruggs, she was an avid biker. And she said, don't we just need some kind of biking program? And I was like, and when she said, I want to do it, I was like, yes, we need a biking program. And she said, well, I don't want anything like spandex and whatever. She said, I just want something that anybody can enjoy. So that's why she called it Slow Spokes, because it's for any age, children.
Oh, and it's neat, and they all ride, and it's through downtown.
I go through downtown.
People know what's occurring, so they're
Gina,
aware of the bikes, and
yeah,
it's a neat deal.
And Gina always, and it's not a long bike ride, but she will always arrange for a popsicle stop, somebody along the road. And so that's really brought people downtown that I didn't know, and it's brought people together. And I'll say this too, for someone like Gina or any business person, she owns a business downtown. It's kind of like Debbie and the Flourish. Why wouldn't you take advantage of this?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You're trying to bring commerce and people downtown. If it's that's great.
I think one of the funnest things about Main Street for me, because where I was a local director is now in their 30th year, so it's really meant to deal with the changes in the district over time. So for us, when we were almost 50% vacant in the downtown district, parking was not a problem. No one complained. There was plenty of places to park because there was nothing downtown. But when we got to the point of, okay, now we're going to have to manage parking. We're going to have to do some other things. It really helped us open up our eyes to very different things. So I know in 10 years, we just helped you with what is the next step? Where's the next chapter for Jasper Main Street? We just helped you with a downtown development plan. And that was a fun process, I think, too. And seeing the number of people who are engaged in what is the next step and the different things that you're looking to do. Do you want to share any of that with us?
We have a downtown plan with, it's probably 12 or 13 different projects that I probably saw 6 of them. But when somebody from outside your district comes in, they see things you don't see anymore because I'm just immune to some of it.
Yeah.
And in fact, we have adopted 2 of those projects into our budget for 26 and our work plan, which is the artesian well.
That's going to be so fun.
And the Coke Oven wetlands.
Very cool. Which were ones that I did not know anything about. So, and I thought I knew a lot of stuff about Jasper, but went, okay, where did that come from? And that came from somebody from the outside looking at things differently.
And it's one of those things again that, I mean, I knew the artesian well and I knew it didn't look great, but it wasn't on my radar right then. I needed somebody in that, I needed a restaurant, and that's, I tend to focus on those things more than anything. But they noticed it, and I had the Coke Oven wetlands came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the mayor about it one day this past week. He and I and a grant writer met together, and he's looking at all the projects, and he's, thinking about that's dog hair for my dog Tallulah.
She's sweet though.
I should have brought her, but she wouldn't have been welcome at my lunch, I'm sure.
Probably not.
I take her to the office every day. And he was going through the book, and he said, these 2, the artesian well is easy peasy. That's like you can narrow down. I mean, you can hit that one hard. And then the Coke Oven wetlands, that was one he wanted the city to possibly join in funding and helping out with, because that covers a huge area that's really not even the downtown area. It's kind of outside the district, but I mean, it borders the district.
Wow. That's super cool. Before I ask you the last question, because we're getting near the end, I
am 31 years old.
He looks great for 31.
God.
What projects have happened in this last year or so that have just transformed your district from in your opinion?
Well, it's transformative in a negative way, but we will turn it into a positive way. On July 5th, we lost one of our buildings in downtown, and it was traumatic.
It was.
I remember I got there and I just teared up because I didn't know, oh God, what am I going to do now? Thank God the fire department stopped it. It didn't travel down the block because it could have taken out the whole block.
Yeah.
So now it is an empty lot with a fence around it. And it's like 3 feet below sidewalk. And it looks like a huge kind of ashtray. So we call it the ashtray.
Lord, you need a better name.
It'll come with time. Yeah. So we'll see.
It'll add to the density in your district, which is a big thing for sure. What about Scherer Auditorium? Tell us a little bit about. That's where I thought you were going to go, not the ashtray.
I go there, and I go to the Welcome Center too. Scherer Auditorium was a WPA building built during Roosevelt, and it was shuttered probably in the 70s. And on top of being shuttered, it had this reprehensible facade of gravel put on it.
Ooh. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. And they were covering up these beautiful rocks that came out of Town Creek, which is the creek that runs alongside it. And the former mayor, David O'Meary, he died in office. Wonderful man, loved him.
Yes. Had a vision.
A vision. Mm-hmm. And he said, we're gonna make this the new city hall. And that's what he did.
And it's amazing.
Yeah. And he found the money to do it, and it is state of the art, yet it's still in its wonderful looking.
Absolutely gorgeous.
The stone facade, the stonework, and the interior's all done. And then we originally had our offices in the basement of one of the banks. Well, not basement, but first floor. I couldn't see sunshine where I was, so I called it the basement. And we kept being identified with one bank, which means you kept being identified with one donor, which means the other bank or two probably don't like that. So, and which are also donors. So we decided we needed to be independent, although it was a great place.
It was a great place.
And the rent was really cheap. So we bought a building downtown, and it's big. It's got Renee works marketing events from Jasper Main Street. She's on one side in office and conference. I'm on the other side with office and conference. There's a copy room, restrooms, kitchen. Kitchen was one of the things we used the Main Street Fund for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the room in the middle is huge. Mm-hmm. And so we were just brainstorming one day, and we go, there's no welcome center anywhere between Birmingham. I mean, there's one in Birmingham, between Birmingham and Tupelo.
Yep. And you're on the I-22 corridor.
We're on I-22. Yeah. So Renee and I visit welcome centers around the state, and we go to Tupelo also. And we talk to people, and I talk to funders, and I talk to the board, and they're like, yeah, that's exactly what we need, because that will bring people, and we'll have some signage out on I-22, that will bring people into downtown, learn about Jasper, but then we just send them out to retail and restaurant. Yeah. And it's not officially opened yet, but 95% of it is done, and it's really cool. But I think it's going to be a real game changer for Jasper.
Great. That's fun. So many cool things have happened there. So last question for you. What advice would you give to other districts, communities who are interested in the Main Street approach and maybe becoming designated?
Well, I'll just go back to the first segment, or first part of this segment. If Mary says do it, do it. If she says don't do it, don't do it. Relationships.
It is.
You have to get people on the side. You have to get people to believe in your vision. And if they don't believe, if you don't believe in it. Right. Yeah. If it's just a part-time gig for you, they're not going to believe in it, because they can see people aren't stupid. But yeah, if it's really something that's you want to do, then do it. But you've got to have buy-in. And with that, you've got to have sweet tea lunches and margarita lunches.
There's the advice.
There's the advice.
So thank you, Mike, for being here today. This has really been fun. It's always fun talking to you. If you have questions that you would like to pose to us on maybe future episodes of the Sweet Hometowns podcast, just send those to info@mainstreetalabama.org, and we'll be happy to bring those up in a future episode. So
you didn't ask anything about my dog, Tallulah.
Oh, you want to tell us about Tallulah?
Tallulah is the love of my life, by the way. She's an English cream retriever. She's 7 years old right now. And she is the unofficial mascot of downtown Jasper.
I think she's the official mascot. I don't think it's unofficial.
Yeah. She goes to all the ribbon cuttings, gets her picture taken at all the ribbon cuttings. In the Welcome Center, and some of these, and we have a retail section in the Welcome Center. Some of these come in. We have magnets of Tallulah that you put on your refrigerator. We have stickers. That one is on my laptop right now. There is a section. Well, I'll just let you see it when you come. It's pretty cool. But my dog comes to work with me all the time. We walk around downtown. She's welcome anywhere. I try not to take her into the restaurants, like during lunch, because I don't want the health department to shut us down. That'd be bad.
Yeah, that would be
Besides that, Tallulah would visit every table.
She would want to get a little pet and a little snack.
She's very treat driven.
She is treat driven. She is.
So, well, me too. So, but yeah, she's kind of the mascot down there, and just the loveliest of dogs. And if you don't like dogs, don't come see me.
Mike does have a wonderful puppy, and I also have a dog that Tulila sometimes loves and sometimes goes, he's just too much for me.
He does.
She goes, he's cute and all, but you need to take him home. So little energetic, I think, for her taste from time to time. But good deal. Well, thank you again. Appreciate it, and join us on the next episode of Sweet Hometowns podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks.